Hello and welcome back to Mônte Bélo in City Skylines episode 5. I'm Heytrain and I'm happy to welcome you back in 2017. Because this is actually the first episode I'm recording in 2017. I hope you had a great start into the year. I definitely did. And I also know it's a bit late, but never mind. And in this episode I'm going to continue on detailing the downtown core, or at least a few blocks of it. And there's something I want to talk about in terms of my recording style, because, I'm not sure if I want to keep only doing a time-lapse, but for now it's fine like that, I think. But I thought about doing it like many other City Skylines YouTuber, like higher time timelapse and higher time return. Well, I'm not sure yet, but I'll definitely try that out in the upcoming episodes. But for today, like I said, doesn't matter. So, what am I doing in the background? I was searching for some buildings I could add to the outer parts of the downtown. And in general for some smaller buildings which I tried to clip right there, which turned out quite nice. And I also did some stuff off cam, for example some small detailing or replopping some buildings which did not fit into the theme, and while doing so I noticed that the highway was way too large in terms of free space between wall and road. Because in a dense area you definitely want to use as much space as you can to fit some more buildings. So I moved the walls more to the road, which took like forever. I think I was sitting there just moving then with Move It for like 2 hours, and it was kinda boring, so that's why I did it off camera. And the outcome definitely does look way better than before. You may be able to see it somewhere in the background, and I know there's still a big gap at the off-ramp, but I'm not sure if I want to move all of the buildings, so I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Well, maybe I'll find something I could add there, maybe not, we will see definitely, but for now it's way better than before in my opinion. And I'm also totally in love, or not in love, but I really like these planters, and I also wanted to have some palm trees because, like I said in the first episode, if any one of you did see it, or I hope I said it, the city is supposed to be located somewhere in the US. It's also written down in the video description, I think. But since it's quite near to the sea, I think the palm trees would fit in quite well, and I definitely love how they look, so I'm gonna keep them. And I still didn't manage to get a new map theme, so I'm still using the default one, which sadly has really ugly mountains, and I don't know why, but I've selected the Cedar Valley 4K theme and it still does not change anything at all. So if anybody of you has some advice, please tell me in the comments or on Twitter. Link to my Twitter is in the video description. And by the way, I also upload any news in terms of my channel on Twitter. But regarding to the map theme, I'll definitely have a look at that, and I hope I'll be able to somehow fix it. You will definitely see that in the next episode. So I'm spreading the palm trees a bit in the city, and I'm also mixing the old planters with the new ones, so there isn't that big of a reputation in the city design, which I definitely want to avoid by also mixing the ground textures a bit, like I did next to the parking lot, which also turned out really nice. Because it has that modern feeling, you could say. And also maybe some of you are asking, why are there so many petrol or gas stations, depending on where you're from? If I think about an American downtown, I imagine that there are many parking lots and also many gas stations which fit into the theme really well. So that's the story behind how Mônte Bélo got so many gas stations. And I try to inspire myself on what Fresh Popcorn said, because he said that you should try to always have a story behind anything. And that's also what I thought when I made the fire station in episode 2 or 3, I'm not sure right now. Because I know it looks like it's really broken down, or at least the parking lot does. And when I made this, I thought like, maybe the city's trying to extend the amount of fire trucks. So I added some construction material, and finished was the story. And I personally really like that, thinking that the city has its own story. So I definitely keep on creating these stories on everything. Also, there's this office next to McDonald's from the last episode, which also has some construction material. And maybe they also want to extend their office. So there's always a story behind everything. And I really want to keep on doing that over the next episodes. Also, I found a new a new way of recording my audios, which is way more fun, and I can speak way more fluent than before. Maybe you can hear that. And I'm really happy about that, and I'll definitely keep on doing that during the time lapses in the next episodes. And right there I was adding some lights to the new block, and it now looks way better in my opinion. And cities at night, doesn't matter if it's in video games or in real life, always look really impressive, and I'm sure I do not speak only for me right there. But I think when the city grows and there are the first neighborhoods, it will look even better. I also don't want to have any empty plazas, so I always try to find something that fits into the gaps, like a fountain on the plaza or parking lot. And it will definitely take some episodes until I'm finally done with the whole downtown. But I already have some plans on where to expand after that. But all at its time. I also wanted to have some more foliage behind the fire and police department, so I added some more palm trees and, for example, some bushes, or rather too many bushes instead of some, and some fernies, just everything that fits to the palm trees in my opinion. And after that I went on to the big skyscraper next to the avenue, and first I wasn't sure what to do there, so I tried some stuff like another gas station or a statue, but I ended up with doing like an outside chill area for the employees, where you could just spend some time outside during your lunch break, drink some coffee, or just hang around with your friends and whatnot. And I think it turned out really nice, and I would really like to sit there and look at the high buildings from below, because you definitely have a great view. I know it would be a bit too loud, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. And I noticed that I just spoiled away the next few minutes of the video, but you would have seen it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, I think. Also, shortly out of topic, I guess you now got an idea of my new way of recording, which I hope you prefer, and if so, please tell me in the comments, or please also tell me how I can improve myself or my channel. I also finally managed to solve that problem with the wrong resolution. So feel free to help me and also help the channel, because I really would love to improve the quality of my content, and I believe that this is only possible if I get some feedback from the people that are watching my videos. And there were also some comments on the last episode that said I should add background music, which I actually did, but I guess it just was a bit too quiet, so I definitely changed that in this episode. You may already have heard that in the background. But back to the video. I added some walkways underneath the decals so people would actually walk there, and the whole city looks a bit more crowded and not so empty. I hope there are also going to be a few more cars in the future, because the roads do look way too empty in my opinion. Right there I fenced off the chill area, or how you wanna call it, with the wall rock. I still don't get why it's spelled like that. And also summer foliage. I filled the part between the walkway and the small area off camera with some foliage, because as you were able to see at the cut, I didn't record everything at once, and this part I was detailing the gas station with some road lines to make it look more alive. I guess that's what I'm trying to achieve everywhere in the city. But again, it definitely turned out quite well, and I also don't know how often I already repeated myself in this episode. Well, I guess this is it from me for today, and I hope you enjoyed the last 5 minutes of the episode with some music in the background. And I hope to see you again in the next episode of City Skylines Mônte Bélo. Don't forget to subscribe and to follow me on Twitter. See you.